Well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Snowball Derby, presented by the American Sim Racing Club and hometown Sunoco, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It is a pleasure to bring you all of tonight's prelim action. It is Upstate Ale, bringing you all of tonight's action from a very warm and sunny South Florida and Pensacola, Florida. We are right here. We were here 2 weeks ago, and well, the American Sim Racing Club bringing back the stars and cars that you see here on Wednesday nights, plus a few of their extra friends as they get ready to go with some racing here this evening. We thank you for tuning on in here, and this is what you have in store coming up here for tonight's American Sim Racing Club Snowball Derby. It is going to be some great action. We got time trials coming up. You'll see them. Single car time trials. Top 10 cars will lock themselves into tomorrow morning's 300 lap main event, which you can see right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's going to be followed by a last chance qualifier in 50 laps in distance that'll set the field for tomorrow's running of the Snowball Derby. And then tonight, money on the line. It's the Sunoco Challenge, 100 laps, as we get ready to do some great racing here. Just a few more minutes left here in the open practice section for these drivers, and it is Thomas Axum atop of the board right now. It's your fast times. Let's take a look at those practice times currently here for the Snowball Derby, and you look at the best times, and it is a tight field all the way down through the top 20. Thomas Axum is your fastest car. Jackson Lewis in car number 7, second quick. Alex Coffey, Braxton Deweese, and rounding out your top 5 is Richie Murray right there. So you can see that that's where your favorite drivers are locked in. And what is important about this, they will be going out in reverse order of how they have practiced. I'll put some practice times down in. Right now, the slowest man in practice, well, it is Brett the Jet Hahn. So it looks like, according to right now, he would be the first car to go out here in our time trial sessions as we get ready to go with tonight's racing action. We thank you all for tuning on in here for the Snowball Derby, and we can't do it without all of you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Let these drivers know that you appreciate their efforts here this evening. We thank you all for tuning on in here for what is going to be some great racing action. Like I said, it couldn't be done without those sponsors you see up in the upper right-hand corner, hometown Sunoco of Cutlerville. We thank them for being a proud supporter of the American Sim Racing Club. LeBlanc Racing Products coming on board for the Snowball Derby, as well the proud sponsor of the Triple Crown Series on Wednesday nights. And QuickTime Motorsports Media. You need something that'll make your league stand out, make a paint job, it is QuickTime. We also want to thank Talarico's Boardwalk Sub, throwing them a little extra thank you, as they are a great sponsor and great partner of this series as we get ready to go with a special event for the American Sim Racing Club. It is that time of year right now where we got some special shows coming up, and like I said, tonight you have me. Tomorrow morning, 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time, we will get the show rolling. Myself and the great man from above the border, Kelly Dahl, will be in the seat with me as well here in due time. So we look forward very much to this as we look going into tonight's racing activities. It's going to be exciting. We're going to find out how the field is going to be set with over 30 drivers registered, 22 drivers making the tow in for tonight. So we'll see how the starting lineup will get set up here in just a few moments. We're going to try to lock in your top 10. Also going to set a fast time award that gets a little bit of a cash bonus as well for 2024's Snowball Derby for the American Sim Racing Club. And we thank you for being here in what is going to be a good race. If you were with us a few short weeks ago, We saw a lot of 2 and 3 wide action here at the Five Flags Speedway. And we can expect to see a little bit more of that this evening as we get ready to go racing. Who's your favorite driver? Who do you think is going to have the pole? A lot of fast drivers all the way down through this field. We are going to find out who is going to be your fastest man in town in just a few short moments, just a couple minutes away. Well, we got a quick second. We're going to step away, pay some bills. We thank you for watching the Snowball Derby here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We'll be right back.
Jason Hamilton. I'm Director of Racing Operations and Event Management for NASCAR.
Bowling brings people together.
Right down the middle. You got it. Uh-oh. Good job.
See what you can do, man.
Oh. Wait.
That's a strike right there.
Woo!
Connect with family and friends. Go bowling.
Welcome back here as we get ready to go to live qualifying here this evening as the field starts to roll on up here on the front stretch in the first car. Rolling out here for qualifications here this evening for the Snowball Derby is a driver of the number 71. We'll see his name pop right up here out of Brighton, Michigan in the Turn 3 Racing Network. Quick Time Media, car number 71. This is Brett Hahn. Brett Hahn, your first driver to go out there and try to set a time. We're going to find out what kind of time, what this track has in it as we get ready to go. Brett Hahn down here in the turn number 1. He's going to let it off, roll right to the bottom of the racetrack. And Brett Hahn getting to the racetrack a little bit late here this evening, able to get some time out here as he rolls through turns 1, 3, and 4. Lap number 1 coming up onto the books, and it is going to be a time of 16.84, 1604 for lap number 1 for Hahn as he rolls down here off the corner, comes across the line, I believe, and that will do it. He will go a little bit quicker, but not much here, so that he will be our first car done here this evening. Next driver rolling out onto the racetrack, car number 72. This driver is the number 72, the Budweiser sponsored entry of Jacob Daniels. Jacob Daniels in car number 72, rolling through turns 3 and 4. He'll get the green flag, and we will take and see what kind of time he will get as he come up off of turn number 2 down the backstretch for the first time at speed. Lap number 1 going to go into the books, and Daniels comes across the line, and he will be P2 with a 16.22. 16.22 is your first car out. We roll up off the corner to see if he goes quicker in lap number 2. And he does not. 16.34 now. Let's show your top 2 in qualifying as your third driver. rolling out on the racetrack. Car number 57. We've seen him a few times here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. This is Mark Welch. Welch in car number 57, your third qualifier here this evening. They're all chasing down Brett Hahn, 16.03. Through turns 1 and 2, right down on the white line. Car looks great up off of turn number 2. Taking nice and hard. We'll see what kind of lap time Welch is going to show up off of turn number 4. Lap 1 into the books, and Welch is going to slide in third quick with a 16.25, 16.25. Working down here through turns 3 and 4. Lap number 2, checkered flag is up, and Welch is going to go a little bit slower, 16.27. Our fourth qualifier rolling up out of the racetrack. Car number 22. This is Cody Green. Cody Green in car number 22. Rolling up onto the racetrack for his qualifying attempt. Trying to take down the number 71 of Brett Hahn. 16.03. Green flag is up. And Green right there to the bottom of the racetrack. Up the racetrack a little bit loose up off of turn number 2. See how it comes up through turns 3 and 4. White flag is up. Lap 1 in the books, and Green is going to go second quick. Second quick with a 16.08. 16.08 for the 22 of Green. Will lap number 2 be better at the line? It will not. 16.14. So your fifth qualifier getting ready to roll on out with a beautiful looking snowman on the hood of this automobile. This is the 711 of Eric Hahn out of Brighton, Michigan, rolling up onto the racetrack for his qualifying and attempt at a nice slow pace in the turn number 3 and 4. He will roll up off the corner, and Hahn will get the green flag, so he is under a time now with ASRC sponsorship, and all these drivers in vying for best appearing car that will be handed out tomorrow up off of corner number 4. Lap number 1 into the books, and Eric is going to go fifth quick with a 16.50. 16.50 for lap number 1 for Eric Hahn up off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is up. Lap number 2 is going to be quicker, third quick with a 16.10. 16.10. The next driver here, we see him race each and every week. The driver out of Newfoundland, the Rowdy Energy Drink. Car number 20. This is Devin McDonald. Devin McDonald in car number 20 this evening, rolling out onto the racetrack for his qualifying attempt, and they're all shooting to take down Brett Hahn's 16.03. Green flag is up for the 20 of McDonald. Nice down here through the corners. We go on board with our hometown Sunoco on board camera. We'll see what kind of lap time he gets as he comes across the stripe. And Devin McDonald is going to go second quick with a 16.06. 16.06 for lap number 1 for McDonald. Will lap number 2 be quicker off of turn number 4? Checkered is up. McDonald is going to go a little bit slower, 16.15 here in lap number 2. So McDonald going to slide in the spot number 2. And our 7th driver, the driver out of Tennessee, rolling out onto the racetrack in Integrity Farms. Car number 13, or 15 out of the night, out of Antioch, Tennessee. This is Cold Beer, Zach Coyer. Zach Coyer out onto the racetrack for his qualifying attempt here for the Snowball Derby. The green flag is out in this beautiful looking race car. Down the backstretch he goes in that number 13. Rolling through turns. Cross the stripe. Zach Coyer going to put lap number 1 in the books. And quick time! Quick time for Zach Coyer with a 16.06. 16:03 for Coyer. Going to knock off Brett Hahn as it went into there a little bit quicker. And let's see lap number 2. 16:22. 16:22 is now we roll into our next driver. This is the Asphalt Engineering 16, the driver out of New England. This is Noah Boucher. Boucher in car number 16, rolling out onto the racetrack, trying to take his time. Now to the top of the board, trying to chase down Zach Coyer. Coyer in the number 15 is your current pole sitter, but Noah Boucher, a quick driver in that Cadillac, working down the backstretch. Rolling through turns 3 and 4. Lap number 1 going to come out onto the books. And it will be Boucher sliding into that 6th quick spot. Up off turn number 4, lap number 2, into the books a little bit sideways. And Boucher is going to go about the same speed, 16.16. So that'll do it for Boucher in his qualifying time. Our next driver rolling out onto the racetrack. Coming out onto the racetrack, the driver of the number 38. This driver hails from Schuylerville, Indiana, in the Pinkerton car number 38. This is David Payton. Payton in car number 38 rolling out onto the racetrack. Out here on through turns 1 and 2. We will see what kind of lap Payton is going to put in. He was in there. Payton going to jump in the 6th quick overall. 16.12. 16.12 for lap number 1 for the 38 of David. David Payton going to come up off of corner number 4. Checkered flag is out, and Payton is going to go a little bit quicker. 5th quick now with a 16.09. 16.09 for David Payton. That gives us our next driver. This driver is going to roll out of the pits in car number. David Payton going to go quicker yet. 16.07. 16.07 is now the driver out of Binghamton, New York, in the RogersCars.com. Sponsored number 48. This is Tim Rogers. Tim Rogers rolling out onto the racetrack to put his qualifying efforts in. The 48 of Tim Rogers, a very quick competitor around these American Sim Racing Club races on Wednesday nights. You see him in action in that beautifully prepared looking race car. They go on board with little Plant Racing Products on board camera. Up off the corner, lap number 1 for Rogers as we are on board with him is 7th quick. 7th quick for Rogers here as we are now into the drivers after this one. We will start knocking people into that last chance qualifier coming right up here this evening. Up off the corner, number 2 on lap number 2. We're going to roll down here through turns 3 and 4, and Rogers, can he go quicker on lap number 2? He does not. 16.12 for lap number 2, and looks like that will do it for his efforts. Driver next rolling out on the racetrack, car number 88. You see him here on Wednesday nights. This is the driver out of Saginaw, Michigan, in the dead short race car, wearing of Fairgrove, Michigan Horsepower Happenings. North Side Towing, car number 88. This is Chuck Darling. Chuck Darling in car number 88 out there for his qualifying attempt. And right now, the 57 of Mark Welch on the bubble. We will see what kind of lap time Charles Darling is going to be able to put in here. Lap number 1 coming across the stripe, and Darling gonna throw it to the top. New quick time, 16.03 for Chuck Darling here on lap number 1. Let's see what lap number 2 is gonna bring. Chuck Darling comes across the stripe, and he will go a little bit slower, 16.10 on lap number 2 as he works off the corner. He'll get the checkered flag, this time up off the corner, and Darling, your new provisional pole, is going to be sitting there with a 16.03. So your top 3 cars currently all on the same lap time. We'll have to go into a little bit deeper to kind of look at what is going on with the lap times. Well, let's take a look at our next driver rolling up our 12th qualifier of the evening. This is Lewis Flowers in car number 62. Lewis Flowers in car number 62 out onto the racetrack for his qualifying time. You can see the times right there, 16.030, and everyone else just a little bit there. Look how close the qualifying time is as they work up off the corner. Lewis Flowers going to come across the stripe in the 10th position here. So now we are starting to knock people out and into that last chance qualifier. Daniels and Welch now. And there can Flowers pick up the pace a little bit to give himself some assurance. He will go to 9th quick now with a 16.11 as he looks like he will continue on lap number 3 and see if he gets a little bit quicker. Flowers and car number 62 going to come up off the corner. Checkered flag is out, and Flowers is going to go slower on lap 3, 16.16, and that'll slot him into the 9th position. Next driver coming out onto the racetrack, and this is car number 86. This driver hails from places unknown. In car number 86, this is Steve Hoffman, and car number 86 rolling down here on the front stretch. He will roll through turns 1 and 2 on his first timed lap. Roll through turns 3 and 4 and looking pretty up off of turn number 4. We'll see what kind of lap time Hoffman will get. Lap number 1 into the books, and it is good enough for 10th quick. 16.12 for Stephen Hoffman as he throws away lap number 2, and we're going to see what lap 3 is going to be. We've seen first driver to do that, so now he rolls through turns 1 and 2. Let's take a look here and see what we can do up off a corner. We'll see Hoffman's going to roll through turns 3 and 4. And lap number 3 is going to be 16.15. So Hoffman going to sit on that hot seat currently as your next driver rolls out onto the racetrack. Car number 4, the driver out of Georgia, picked up the win at Gateway on Wednesday night out of Woodstock, Georgia. This is the number 4 of Hayden Swank. Hayden Swank rolling here in turns 1 and 2. We'll see what kind of lap time Swank can put in here through turns 3 and 4. Lap number 1 coming across the pipes. He will come across the stripes, and Swank is going to go quick time, 16.01 for Swank. He puts it at the top of the pylon here on lap number 1, throws away lap number 2. We'll see if lap 3 will be any quicker for the driver out of Woodstock, Georgia. The number 4 of Swank. Currently your provisional pole sitter vying for that fast time money. Lap number 3 going to be a little bit slower, 16.07. Rolling out onto the racetrack now. Car number 2 in the Dynamax. Car number 2. Driver out of West Cheestock, Nova Scotia. Car number 2, this is Todd Cousins. Todd Cousins in car number 2. Rolling across the stripe. He'll get under his way, trying to chase down a 16 flat for tonight's pole as Cousins rolls into turns 3 and 4. will come across the stripe, and lap number 1 for Cousins is good enough for second quick, 16:01. 16:01 for Cousins. We will see if he can make lap number 2 a little bit quicker. Tom Cousins going to roll up off the corner. Lap number 2 is slower, 16:07. 16:07 for Cousins, and the Dynamax number 2 rolls through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag will be up, and Cousins is going to go identical, 16:07. Your next driver, car number 55, rolling up onto the racetrack. This driver also out of West Cheesestook, Nova Scotia. Car number 55, this is Scott Negis. Negis in car number 55. Rolling across hill will get the checker, or the green flag is out. And we'll see what Scott can do here in the 55. Negis rolling down the back stretch in the turns 3 and 4, and the car looking really good in that Ford Mustang. Lap number 1 into the books, and Negis is going to go third quick now. Third quick with a 16:02. 16:02 for Negis. Throwing lap number 3 away. Down here in the turns 1 and 2, trying to get lap number 3 to be the best one, as he's right there on the bottom of the racetrack. Fast way around up off turn number 4. Needs to cross the line. Does it go any better? He does. 16:03. It's good enough for third overall. That puts Tim Rogers out on the hot seat. Next driver rolling out onto the racetrack. Car number 93. The driver out of Fair Oaks, California. In the Quick Time Media. Car number 93, this is Andrew Payne. Andrew Payne in car number 93. Payne, a veteran here at the American Sim Racing Club. Looks like in lap number 1 did not go to his way. He is the first driver to throw away lap number 1 here in qualifying, as Tim Rogers sits on the bubble and Payne comes across slowest. We expect lap number 2 to be a little bit better this time as he rolls through turns 3 and 4. Up off the corner and at the line, it is going to be the 93 of Payne. Lap number 2 is good enough for ninth quick. 16:07. 16:07 for Payne. Will lap number 3 be any better? Rolling up off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Payne going to take lap number 3, and it'll jump him to 7th quick. 16:05. 16:05. Next driver rolling out onto the racetrack. Car number 8. This driver rolling down the back stretch is Richie Murray. Murray in car number 8, rolling out here through turns 3 and 4, and that puts the number 22 of Cody Green on the hot seat right now, with just 3 drivers remaining. Rolling through turns 3 and 4, and at the line, Murray is going to go 9th quick. So Richie Murray, 9th quick with a 16:07. 16:07 on lap number 1, and he throws lap number 2 away, gets it up to speed up off turn number 4. White flag is out. Working down here in through turns 3 and 4. A good looking lap up off the corner for the Murray. Lap number 3 is no quicker. 16:08. 16:08. Next driver rolling out onto the racetrack. Another number 8. This driver is the number 8 of Braxton DeWeese out of Miamisburg, Ohio, in the Interstate Ford Bennett's Publical. Jane on Main, Booth 34 Diecast, sponsored number 8. This is Braxton DeWeese. DeWeese in car number 8. Rolling off of turn number 4, lap number 1, a little bit loose that time, but let's see DeWeese, lap number 1, 13th quick, 16:06. 1609. Throwing lap number 2 away up around the outside of the racetrack, getting some speed built up at the line. Has to get it down here as we go on aboard with our hometown Sunoco onboard camera. Comes up off the corner. We'll see. Will lap number 3 be it for Deweese? Deweese is going to go from 13th to 12th. So 16:09 for Braxton Deweese. Now some of our fastest drivers. This driver was third quick in hot laps. This is the number 28 to yahoo.com. Sponsor number 28. This is Alex Coffey. Alex Coffey out of McDonough, Georgia. Out here for his qualifying time. Driver very quick. In practice was third overall. We'll see what lap number 1 goes, as he is our 20th qualifier. And Alex Coffey going to go third quick. Third quick for Coffey with a 16:02. 16:02 for Coffey. And we'll see if lap number 3 is going to be any better this time. And it will work through turns 1 and 2. Through turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is up. And Coffey gonna stay right there. Third quick, 16:02. Our second fastest man of the evening coming out on the racetrack right now in car number 7. This is Jackson Lewis. Jackson Lewis in car number 7, rolling through turns 3 and 4. He'll get the green flag, and lap number 1 is underway. Lewis up the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. We'll see lap number 1 for Lewis. Gonna come across the stripe, and Lewis will be 21st quick with a 16:28, 16:28 on lap number 1. Throwing lap number 2 away. We'll see if Jackson Lewis is going to make a run for the pole here in his third and final lap. Right there across the bottom, right on the bottom line. Looks good off of turn number 2. Down the back stretch, he will dig through turns 3 and 4. Jackson Lewis. Hail Mary shot up off the corner, and Lewis is going to go 8th quick, 16:04, 16:04 for Jackson Lewis, and that will give us our fastest man in practice rolling out onto the racetrack with a Raccoon Motorsports car number 13. This is Thomas Axum. Thomas Axum in car number 13. And the Bernard's Liquor car number 13 rolling through turns 1 and 2. Right there on the bottom of it was the fastest driver in practice. How will that fare out? Oh, we got a little bit loose in 3 and 4. That's going to hurt lap number 2. Lap 1 is a 16:68. 16:68 for Thomas Axum. Right now, Devin McDonald, the driver on the bubble, and it is all going to be lap number 3 for Thomas Axum. Can he knock off Hayden Swank for the Fast Time Award? Through turns 1 and 2, looking good down the backstretch. Axum rolling through turns 3 and 4. Up off the corner. Axum going to cross the stripe. Checkered is out. And he will not do it. Axum locks himself into tomorrow's show with a 16:06, 16:06, and that means that the number 4 of Hayden Swank gonna set fast time here this evening. We will see if we can maybe catch up with him a little bit later on in his broadcast, but that is going to do it for qualifying here in our qualifications. Up next will be our 50-lap LCQ, which we'll see Devin McDonald on the pole of that, as it will advance here into our last chance qualifier. here this evening. So top 10 cars locking themselves in right now, rolling out onto the grid. This is your starting lineup. You can see your top 10 already locked in. So we are going to roll this back here and take it back one row. So you're starting on the pole for tonight's 50-lap heat race, or last chance qualifier. Devin McDonald out of Newfoundland will roll off on the pole. Outside of him will be car number 8. That is Richie Murray. David Payton and Cody Green will make up row number 2. Row number 3 is going to be Braxton Deweese and Tim Rogers starting in 5th and 6th. 7th starting spot will be the 7-11 of Eric Hahn. 8th starting spot will be Lewis Flowers in car number 62. Stephen Hoffman and Noah Boucher will make up 9th and 10th. 11th starting spot will be Jacob Daniels, and shotgun on the field will be car number 57 of Mark Welch. That'll be your 12-car field as we get ready to go here with our last chance qualifier as we get ready to go here this evening. 50 laps on the docket. This will set the starting lineup for tomorrow's Snowball Derby. And then we'll have one event left on tonight's docket. Hayden Swank picking up the provisional pole. For tomorrow's broadcast, or for tomorrow's Snowball Derby, he will bring us to the green flag as your pole sitter. Field pacing around, and is Devin McDonald up on the front of this one. He will lead us to the green flag. $50 laps is the distance for tonight's last chance qualifier. These drivers all vying for their starting position in tomorrow's Snowball Derby. Coverage will begin at 11:45 for that. We hope to have you with us right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Green flag is up and we are underway. Chance qualifier, and then McDonald out to the early race lead over Murray. Murray quickly, one car slided to the infield. I believe that was the 7-11 of Eric Hahn. He keeps it going. It's your top 2 nose to tail. 3rd spot is David Payton in the 38. Bid for your race lead up off the corner. That'll be the number 9, or the number 8 of Murray up underneath McDonald. Good door-to-door action here in lap number 3. And you got a new race leader. Murray to the point in that number 8, trying to get underneath Devin McDonald. He will do so. All eyes at the top of the field right now. And we got David Payton back there in 3rd. He's got the number 8 of Deweese right there to the back bumper. Tim Rogers behind that battle. Lewis Flowers in the number 62. Runs in 6th. Boucher 7th. Daniels, Hoffman, and Welch your top 10. Payton up the racetrack. Here comes Deweese underneath him. He will make quick move in that Interstate Ford entry. Tim Rogers trying to fill that void as well in the RogersCars.com Chevrolet. That battle there just going through, looking pretty good as they roll through turns. A little bit deeper in the field. Boucher working around here. Jacob Daniels holding off the 86 of Hoffman currently. He's got Welch and the 22 of Green right there as well. And Eric Hahn working out there as well. Remember, he slid through the grass, but no worries for Hahn. He will be in tomorrow's show. If the race were to end, he would start 22nd. Mark Welch making a move right there. You see it on your screen. Green there. Hoffman underneath. Daniels as well. Can't quite clear him as we go on board with the LaPlante graphics or racing products on board camera with the 86 of Stephen Hoffman. See the right front a little bit damaged on the 72 of Daniels Chevrolet. Got into the outside wall at one point. This one already 12 laps in as Richie Murray out front over Devin McDonald. Hasn't been able to really get away from him per se. McDonald keeping there. Deweese is now in that third spot. He is dispatched of the 38 of David Payton. Payton runs in that fourth position. So they will work around the racetrack. As Murray leads at 15 laps into this 50-lap event. And then right now these drivers really doing some testing and tuning, trying to figure out their race cars. See what they can do, as some of these drivers will be in our Sunoco Challenge, which is a 100-lap main event on tonight's nightcap with a little bit of money on the line. All for bragging rights tonight. A little bit of extra track time for tomorrow's 100-lap or 300-lap Snowball Derby. Is everybody vying for nice there as we take a look at your quick time motorsports media blimp cam as the cars work around the racetrack. And what is a good race so far. Someone's scraping there. You could hear it. There's Hoffman trying to find a way around Flowers. That is the battle for the 7th position. Hoffman working the outside. Now going to try and do the crossover off of turn number 2. Not enough momentum to get to the inside of Flowers just yet. Meanwhile, up front, McDonald really applying the pressure to Murray, who has got 30 laps to go at the line to hold on to the last chance qualifier win. Let's see if we can pull in down here. The fastest man in Pensacola, we've got the number 4 of Hayden Swank into the booth with us here as he watches this last chance qualifier. Hayden, congratulations on picking up the pole, picking up a little extra cash as we head into tomorrow afternoon Snowball Derby. You got to start liking your chances already. You have a very fast piece.
Yeah, I knew we were going to be fast, but after practice, I was questioning it a little bit. But luckily, I think the track state kind of fell our way during qualifying, and we were able to hold on to it just barely.
Yeah, I mean, right now you're watching this last chance qualifier, and we have that Sunoco Challenge race coming up right after this last chance qualifier. What are you learning? What are you hoping to learn here this evening that you can take into tomorrow's afternoon's 300-lap main event?
Yeah, I think the big thing is just going to be trying to study how the tire fall off is going to affect the car in the long run. Hopefully we get a lot of green flag because, frankly, I'm not as interested in practicing restarts. I feel like I just need to practice the long run, especially saving that right front tire. I think if we take care of that, we're going to be in a good place. Just, build a notebook around it. And yeah, that's my hope for it. And who knows, we might walk away with a little more cash. So.
Definitely will. A nice payday, a nice purse all set up here for the American Sim Racing Club's Snowball Derby. And, well, you're going to be the man that leads us to the green flag tomorrow, and probably a little bit more different conditions that we're racing underneath the lights here this evening. But overall, man, you've had a great week. You got the win at Gateway. You were right here with you Wednesday night, and now going to roll that momentum into the Snowball Derby.
Yeah. I mean, between my recent results in the league, official sessions, I feel like I'm on the tear here, and I can't find a better way to keep going than to go out with the Derby tomorrow. Really looking forward to this race, and yeah, I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. It's kind of like the crown jewel for this league, so I know everybody puts a lot of work into it. So I can't wait to see what we got for him tomorrow, and hopefully put on a good show.
Well, congratulations, Hayden. We know we got some people there that makes it all happen for you as we watch the battle for the second spot between DeWeese and McDonald. Who makes it all possible on that 4-car to get the pole here for the Snowball Derby?
Yeah, I just want to thank the ASRC, Canartelli, Rico Block Subs, everybody that helps put this event together. I know there's a lot that goes into this every single year, and I think this is going to be the biggest year we've had for this event. So just really thankful to be a part of it, and hopefully we have a good showing tomorrow. Again, thanks to Turn 3, LaPlante, Block Subs, Sunoco, everybody that makes this event possible.
Well, congratulations. We'll let you get back to watching, doing a little bit of studying here. Is this LCQ already 18 laps to go? Well, maybe we'll see you in that Sunoco challenge coming up here in a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Here you go. Your pole sitter for tonight, or for tomorrow's Snowball Derby. That was Hayden Swank. We were able to catch up with him during this last chance qualifier, and like I said, rolling pretty well. Picked up the win at Gateway in the point series, and came in here tonight. Was able to sit on the pole for tomorrow's Snowball Derby. Right now, David Payton back here in that 4th spot. He's been able to hold off the advances of Tim Rogers with 16 laps to go. I think right now, if we look at the last lap by, the top 2 cars are the fastest on the racetrack. That would be the 8s of Murray and DeWeese. Murray and DeWeese out here on the point. And DeWeese starting to chip away at that lead so far. $14 to go. Is right now we're starting to get into lap traffic. Mark Welch, the first car, to go down 1 lap to the arrears. Right now, 12 laps to go in this last chance qualifier. As you see now, the 20 of Devin McDonald, who runs in that 3rd position. Holding on there as he will move by the 57 of Welch a little bit deeper in the back. This battle right here still raging on. For the 16 of Boucher, gets a little bit loose side by side at the line. That is the battle for the 6th position. Is Hoffman trying to find a way around Noah Boucher? Boucher holding a good wheel right there with the Justin Brooks Designs LaPlante Racing Products car number 16 with just 10 laps to go. Make it 9. It'll be 8 at the line. This driver out front by 1.1 seconds. That is Richie Murray in car number 8, showing the pretty wheel. And they will work through turns 3 and 4. Going to be 7 laps to go And this one has been green since the green flag has dropped. Tim Rogers in 5th. Noah Boucher is 6th. He's starting to open up a little bit of a gap on the 86 Hoffman. Lewis Flowers runs there in spot number 8. Jacob Daniels 9th. And Cody Green rounds out your top 10. Eric Hahn and Mark Welch will round out your field as now the 7-11 of Hahn starting to apply pressure to try to get that 10th spot here with 5 laps to go. As Richie Murray is now Hahn will work underneath Green up off the corner, so move Hahn in the 10th. Take a look at our QuickTime Motorsports speed shot working off the corner, and it will be the number 8 of Murray showing away over DeWeese and the 20 of McDonald. We roll down here across the stripe. 3 laps to go. And it will be popsicle sticks up in the air in the last chance qualifier for Richie Murray. Braxton DeWeese shows in 2nd, but the white flag will fly. Final trip off of turn number 4 next time by as the white flag is out. The final lap here for the Snowball Derby's last chance qualifier. Murray showing away as now Hoffman has gotten around Boucher as we watch the number 8 work off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is up. Murray is going to pick up the win. Devin McDonald will hold on to 3rd. David Payton in 3rd. Or 4th. Tim Rogers 5th. Hoffman 6th. Boucher. Flowers, Daniels, Hahn, Green, and Welch rounding out your field there. Right now, we're going to step away real quick. We're going to pay a couple of bills. You're watching the Snowball Derby for the American Sim Racing Club right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here as we get ready to go with tonight's Sunoco Challenge. Let's take a look at where we stand after qualifying here this evening. We take a look at your Snowball Derby qualifying times. It was Hayden Swink picking up the pole with a 1:06.008. Todd Cousins and the Romer Brothers Racing car number 2 qualified second. Your third qualifier in the CNC Esports car number 28 was Alex Coffey. We get ready to go with tonight's Sunoco Challenge. As we get ready to go with that, let's take a look at the starting lineup for this, and we'll see if this is how they will roll with it or not. But Richie Murray going to be on the pole with Braxton DeWeese to the outside, Devin McDonald and David Patton third and fourth. Fifth, Tim Rogers and Steve Hoffman, fifth and sixth. Inside of row number 4, it will be the number 16 of Noah Boucher. His dancing partner to the outside, the 62 of Lewis Flowers. Jacob Daniels in car number 72 will roll off ninth, and outside of him, the 7-11 of Eric Hahn. Your row number 6 will see Cody Green and Mark Welch. Your next starting 13th will be Thomas Axum in car number 13. Outside of him will be the number 4, your pole sitter. For the 2024 Snowball Derby, there will be Hayden Swank. Todd Cousins and Alex Coffey making up row number 8. Row number 9, Scott Negis and Charles Darling. Zach Coyer, Brett Hahn, Jackson Lewis, and Andrew Payne. Your 22 car field looks like Jackson Lewis, Mark Welch, Alex Coffey, and Andrew Payne. All going to sit this one out, save their race car for tomorrow. Can't say you blame them. They got some fast hot rods there. So we will take and see 18 drivers lined up right now to do battle for the Sunoco Challenge. A little bit of bragging rights, a little bit of money on the line. Who will pick up the win here this evening? And this is not only brought to you by, well, Hometown Sunoco at Cutlerville. Sunoco, fueling victories in your regular car and the race car. It's a proud sponsor of the American Sim Racing Club. Coming on board for the Snowball Derby, along with QuickTime Motorsports Media. pace truck down and away. We're going to come to green flag racing in the Sunoco Challenge 100. Bragging writes a little bit of extra cash on the line as these drivers will take and figure out their race car. One car sideways. That's the 62 of Lewis Flowers as the Tallarico Boardwalk Subs yellow flag comes out quickly here in lap number 1. As the 62 of Lewis gone around. I believe there might have been slight contact. Let's take a peek back here and see if we can find out what happened to Flowers. Oh, the 7-Eleven of Eric Kahn make a little slight contact there. So the little kiss to the outside retaining wall and sends a few drivers into the pits as we take a look here and see as they come down pit road. That is the 22 of Cody Green and Lewis Flowers down here on pit road. Richie Murray, your race leaders. Lights are out atop of the pace truck. As the Boardwalk Subs goes away, we're back underway with our Sunoco Challenge. And Murray going to jump out to the early race lead. Trouble back here is yellow flag going to come out once again. And we've got, oh, your pole sitter in trouble. The number 4 of Hayden Swank around, along with Charles Darling, Zach Coyer, Brett Hahn involved as well. Let's see here. Happens in front of them there, side by side. Oh, contact with the 7-Eleven. Oh, the 2 involved as well, and hard contact to the outside retaining wall. I believe most everybody able to move away, but Hayden Swank and Charles Darling, some heavy, heavy front end damage. So underneath the Tallarico Boardwalk Subs yellow flag here. As we see Hayden Swank's car sitting there on pit road. Now we go back up here to the front, where the field rolls behind the pace truck. You see the Murray automobile there. Green flag back up. We're underway. Oh, big stack up as the 8 spun the tires and more trouble here on the restart. And we are back underneath the yellow flag here once again. And I will say, better to do it tonight than it is to do it tomorrow in the big dance. As Braxton DeWeese will pull away with the Interstate Ford entry. Let's take a look and see that one. It all started with DeWeese. Looked like he might have missed the shift here. See him rolling through there, and he gets going, and then, yeah, right there, just didn't get in the gear, and it stacks up the field behind him. Boucher, Murray involved as well. Tim Rogers comes to a stop. Negis in the 55. Everybody coming to a stop here on the front stretch. And that brings us underneath the yellow flag here once again. Right now, the field pacing behind the pace truck, and I can tell you tomorrow afternoon, you're not going to want to miss it. We will go live at 11:45 a.m. Eastern for the running of the Snowball Derby, presented by American Sim Racing Club, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, where you're going to see some great racing here tomorrow morning, afternoon. 300 laps will be the distance. You will not want to miss it. Myself, Kelly Dahl, and a few other guests stopping in to say hello. As the field doubles up behind the pace truck, we're going to go back green flag racing in one lap. Into the restart zone they go. We're back underway. Green flag out. Roll through turns 1 and 2. Down the back stretch, one car sideways. Hang on to it, Todd Cousins. They are stacking them up 3 wide. Brett Hahn working the high side in that number 71 car. And tonight, all about bragging rights and a little extra money on the line. Tomorrow, $125 to the winner of the Snowball Derby. So these drivers out there trying, one, to learn each other. A lot of these drivers don't race with each other week in and week out, so that's always good to get a little extra race laps underneath the belt. And the other thing is, it is good for these drivers kind of feel what these race cars are going to do under race conditions. If they get some long green flag runs and everybody's seeming to settle themselves in right now. Thomas Axum, who started deep in this one, already up to the 3rd position in that Bernie's entry. Bernier's Liquor entries. We look out the back side of the hometown Sunoco onboard camera. And the field really knows the tail right now. You see Tim Rogers and Devin McDonald there. Battle for your race lane is the Pinkerton Oil Company, number 38. David Payton starting to put the pressure in. Right there, top 4, make it 5 cars now underneath the blanket. Murray leads it over Peyton. Axum, now Axum dives to the inside underneath the 38 of David Payton. Two turns 3 and 4 off the corner, side by side battle for that 2nd position. Right now, the number 13 of Axum showing some muscle, working his way up from the 11th starting spot, or the 12th starting spot, excuse me, to be in spot number 2. That opening inside of Devin McDonald. McDonald up into the 3rd spot. Tim Rogers trying to close the gap in as well. We are closing in on the 1/4 mark of the Sunoco Challenge here this evening. A little bit deeper in the field, we got Braxton Luis. We saw his car go around there on that restart. Seems like the transmission seems to be fine. He finds himself behind the LaPlante Racing Products car number 16 of Noah Boucher. Boucher holding there in spot number 9, DeWeese in 10th. Nijis, Daniels, Hahn, Coyer. Here are 14 cars on only lap. Payne, Green, Flowers all out on the racetrack as well. Along with your pole sitter for tomorrow, the number 4 of Hayden Swank. But up front, things starting to get heated as we look out the back side of your race leader of Richie Murray. Looking back at Thomas Axum. Axum in that number 13, Stock and Murray up off the corner. Able to hold on to the race lead so far. A little bit deeper in the field, Noah Boucher up the racetrack. Here comes the number 8 of DeWeese back underneath them. And right there, that 93 of Andrew Payne. He is the first car, 1 lap down. And the QuickTime Media sponsored number 93. He is trying to get up to the front here. We're praying for a yellow flag that he does not touch anybody or touch anything. He'll be able to get that free pass. Get back on to the lead lap. Axum still stalking his prey. Tim Rogers starting to feel the pressure from the 86 of Hoffman. Some of these drivers are going to be starting deeper than they would like to in tomorrow's race, but 300 laps, a long distance, a little bit deeper. Boucher up the racetrack. Here comes the 72 of Jacob Daniels. Trying to find his way around the 16 of Boucher and the 55 of Nijis. Everything looking good so far. Up front, Axum taking a peek to the inside. Can't quite do it. Keeps it in line. They're just biding his time, maybe riding out the tires. Trying to force the 8 of Murray into a mistake. This is a great battle up here at the front of the field. A little bit deeper though, Brett Hahn starting to catch the backside of the number 2 of Cousins. Hahn in the Turn 3 Racing Network number 71. Good little 5-car battle right there, starting with David Payton in that 4th position. They all trying to find some room. That time Hoffman maybe a little bit of a bumper. We go on board with the LaPlante Racing Products. Oh, got to the inside, a little bit of contact between himself and Rogers. Keeps it clean and green. We're on board with Hoffman in that number 86. Good battle all the way around here right now. It is Murray, Axum, McDonald, Payton, and Rogers, your top 5. The number 2 of Cousins, that Dynamax entry, trying to crack the top 5. Brett Hahn runs 8th, DeWeese is 9th. Nijis running out your top 10. One spot outside of a top 10 run is the 16 of Boucher, that LaPlante Racing Products, and he is falling back. Here comes the 62. of Flowers. Flowers the 1 lap in arrears. And David Payton starting to stretch it out over Rogers. So that 5-car battle now becoming a 4-car battle. Taking a look to the inside. Here comes the 86 of Hoffman underneath the 48 once again. Rogers up the racetrack. He will draw even as they come off the corner. Give Rogers a spot at the line as they enter turns 1 and 2. Right now, Cousins and Hahn trying to figure out which lane to pick, which one's going to go forward, as they are still dead heated in the turn number 3. Hoffman on the inside. He'll take that 5th spot away. Now here comes Cousins in the number 2 car. Cousins makes a move up underneath them. He will take the spot, relegating the Rogers automobile back to 7th. And Brett Hahn says, well, you're up there. Well, the conveyor belt's just going to continue to come on through. Move Brett Hahn to the 7th now. 40. Working lap 44 in the turn number 3. Up off the corner it will be, as now the yellow flag comes out for the Tellerico Boardwalk Subs yellow flag as a multi-car incident involving Cody Green, Lewis Flowers involved, and Eric Hahn. Let's take a look back here and see what happened. Coming down here in turn number 3, and it looks like, the 72's got to the backside of Flowers. Everyone else trying to slow up, not be involved. So this is a minor incident down here in turns 1 and 2 to put us underneath our 4th yellow flag of the afternoon here in the Sunoco Challenge 100. So you see a couple of drivers headed down pit road. That would be the 48 of Tim Rogers coming down pit road. You see Rogers' car. It looks like the 62 of Flowers in there. It looks like the 93 of Andrew Payne back on the lead lap. As the field paces around the field, looks like the 48 getting some damage fixed, along with the 72 of Daniels out on the racetrack. Boucher going to come down pit road this time as well. Well, things were getting good up front as we close in on the halfway point of the Sunoco Challenge 100. We want to thank Hometown Sunoco of Cutlerville for being a proud sponsor of tonight's 100 lap main event. Throwing a little extra money on the line for those drivers. And right now your race leader is the number 8 of Richie Murray. So the field doubling up behind the pace truck. That means the Tellerico Boardwalk Subs yellow flag will get rolled up just like they do their subs. Make sure you stop by and see them if you're in West Michigan. Into the restart zone they go. We're back underway, and it was the number 8 of Richie Murray not hesitating to get on the gas pedal. The 13 of Axum right there in the second. Now here comes the battle. Brett Hahn underneath the 2 of Cousins. Hoffman able to get by. Now Hahn into that 6th position. Right there behind him, the 48 of Rogers came down pit road. Fixed some of that damage. He's now attacking the number 55 of Nijis. Is everybody trying to vie for a position just past the halfway point? Richie Murray, your race leader, has let the green flag is dropped. Up 11 spots behind him, though, is the 13 of Thomas Axum. Axum runs in second. Third spot, Devin McDonald. David Payton running in 4th. And rounding out your top 5, the 86 of Stephen Hoffman. Right there is your top 5. 71 of Brett Hahn. He's up 14 spots here this evening in this Sunoco Challenge. Runs there in spot number 6. 7th spot is Cousins. 8th spot behind them is Nijis. Is now the 71. Gonna go around, and the yellow flag comes out as Brett Hahn went around after I talked about him. Let's take a look and see what happened to the 71. See him get down here in the turns 1 and 2. Oh, up in front of him, checked up as contact between the 86 and the 38 happened. Hahn checked up, and then, well, I'm not going to put blame on the number 2 of Cousins. Yes, Cousins got him sideways, but that was just a chain reaction that happened. there, as that puts us underneath our 5th yellow flag of the evening here in the Sunoco Challenge 100. I believe Cody Green in that number 22 gonna get the free pass to get himself back on the lead lap, and that will do so. You gotta be in it to win it. That's what they say, is now the field is starting to double it back up behind the pace car. The Chevy Silverado pace truck, the iRacing.com sponsored. So we'll see what kind of restart we get this time. Murray's been quick to draw. Thomas Axel might have been catching on to that. The pace truck down and away. And into the restart zone they go, and it will be Murray getting away quick. Axel having to fight off the number 20 of McDonald. They're in more contact there, able to hold on to it. Cousins up to spot number 4. Andrew Payne starting to work his way up through in that QuickTime Media 93 entry. We'll go on board with him with a Sunoco onboard camera. You see him racing right there behind the 13. That 13 there in front of him, that is Zach Coyer. That is the battle inside the top 10 with 40 laps to go. That time at the stripe, Murray leads over Axum. But Thomas Axum starting to apply the pressure. Cousins now attacking the number one of Devin McDonald. That number 20, the Rowdy Energy Drink, up the racetrack, holding off the where. Oh, slight contact. Cousins able to hold on to it, holds on to the fight. Up off the corner, they'll go wheel to wheel down the back stretch into turn number 3. This track already multiple grooves. These drivers figuring out what their race cars like, what groove they want to be. It's going to be an exciting Snowball Derby tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, however you want to look at it. Well, McDonald scraping the outside wall. That opens the inside lane for Nijis. Nijis to take a look there. Brett Hahn working his way back up there. He's underneath Coyer for the 8th position. He makes that move. And then we'll try to move forward some more. Up off the corner they come, and down the back stretch. He's just trying to find some kind of magic there. But back here, DeWeese trying to find a way around the 7-Eleven of Hahn. How about Hoffman and Boucher, along with the 72 of Daniels battling it out. This is the battle back here for 14th and 13th. 72 down one couple laps there. You see him 2 laps down. Oh, hang on to it. Devin McDonald in trouble. In the outside walls, contact there. McDonald able to keep it going. We stay green, but trouble for the Rowdy Energy Drink number 20 of Devin McDonald. Looks like he got the outside wall, and some drivers behind him to take evasive action. As now 3 cars battle up at the front of this one. Todd Cousins working his way into that 3rd position. We go on board with the driver, the Dynamax number 2. He will take a look and dispatch of Thomas Axum as yellow flag flies, as Axum's car has come to a stop. down in turn number 1 and 2, and Thomas Axum's down on pit road. I believe his night will be done. We'll see him in action here tomorrow for the Snowball Derby. Let's see, he goes down into the corner. See him running there in spot number 2. Came up off the corner. Oh, got that outside wall, and the car just goes straight into the corner, maybe popping a right front tire. And that'll put us underneath our yellow flag here. Closing in on 25 laps to go. The 20 at McDonald down pit road. Deweese as well. Noah Boucher, Cody Green, and Zach Coyer all down pit road. Looks like they are going to get some damage fixed. As Richie Murray has led this one since the green flag has dropped. But now we will see our new challenger to the front side of this one of Richie Murray's car. Todd Cousins runs in second. David Patton is third. How about this man, the driver out of California? Started this race from the pits. I won't tell you why, but it might have involved a porta-john and missing the lineup. The 93 of Andrew Payne runs in fourth. Scott Negis is fifth. Sixth spot is Brett Hahn. Tim Rogers is seventh. Eric Hahn runs in eighth, and Steve Hoffman in the 86 is in ninth spot. So the field doubles up behind the pace truck. 24 laps to go when the green flag drops. Richie Murray, Todd Cousins, David Payne, Andrew Payne, your top four. Into the restart zone they go. Murray steps on the loud pedal. We are back underway here in the Sunoco Challenge 100. Murray, Cousins, Payton, your top three. Here comes Andrew Payne. Payne working the outside of the racetrack on the Quick Time Motorsports Media 93. Negis to his inside. Negis has to back out of it. Tim Rogers with a peek to the inside. Couldn't quite do anything with him. Brent Hahn rolls the outside now. And at number 71 around Rogers for the sixth position. This one, the pay window starting to get greased up, and the cream of the crop starting to rise to the top of this one. His yellow flag will come out once again. Yellow flag flying. And this time it is for the 16 of Noah Boucher. Let's see what happened to the 16. Down here in the corner, Devin McDonald behind them. Come up off the corner. Oh, just got in the outside wall. Oh, and hard contact for the 20 of McDonald as well. Heavy, heavy damage to the number 20. You see that right front tire busted. Oh, tough break for the driver out of Newfoundland. And the driver out of New England, the number 16 of Boucher, also with heavy damage. And they both sit on pit road with 20 laps to go. Into the restart zone they go. Green flag is back up. We're back underway. Down the backstretch they come. It is Murray over to the number 2 of Cousins. Peyton now Hahn into that fifth spot. He works the outside of Nijis. Andrew Payne works the outside as well. Good stacked up battle behind your race leaders who have single filed it out. Everyone else double file into turn number 3. Up off the corner, Peyton runs into third now. Payne, Hahn fourth. Nijis not quite done with it, Brett Hahn. Hahn trying to work the outside of the racetrack, able to do so. Now should be able to get down as Nijis had gotten a little bit loose. And Brett Hahn leads it as we go on board with the LeBlanc Racing Products on the 71 of Brett Hahn. This one here starting to be a barn burner. Up at the front of this one, Cousins, Stock, and Murray for the race lead. Will he be able to get there? Now Hahn underneath Andrew Payne. If you're a follower of this series, you saw Payne and Hahn have a spirited battle down at the Bristol Motor Speedway just our last race of 2023, and saw Hahn victorious by just about a quarter of a car. Good to have Chris out there. How are you, Chris? Thank you very much for everything. We will be here tomorrow for the turn for the Snowball Derby. Absolutely. And we will see how Deweese will do. Braxton sits there in that 10th spot currently with his entry. Number 8. Had that trouble a little bit early on, but they got the car pointed in the right direction, and he's got a pretty stout piece. Look for good things out of him tomorrow. Meanwhile, up front, Murray leads it with 9 laps to go. Cousins trying to mount an attack, but it's been all Richie Murray. Murray leads it here in the Sunoco Challenge. Can he hold on to it for another 7 laps? Seven laps to go for the number 8 of Murray. Cousins runs in second. Payton is third. Fourth spot is Brett Hahn, and Hahn right there almost got into the back bumper of that number 38. Deweese now getting by Murray, or Rogers, excuse me. So Rogers back to that 10th position as Braxton Deweese up to the 9th spot. Eric Hahn runs 8th, 7th spot, and Scott Nijis in that 55. Stephen Hoffman runs 6th, and Andrew Payne is 5th. Brett Hahn trying to find a way around the 38, but time is running out to get there. As Richie Murray is going to have 3 laps to go, this time off the corner. 3 to go for Murray. Two to go. They work up off the corner. This time, Cousins trying to make some ground up, but he is losing ground to Richie Murray, who has 1 lap to go to pick up the Sunoco Challenge. Richie Murray through turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Down the backstretch he will come into turns 3 and 4. And off of turn number 4 It'll be Richie Murray picking up the Sunoco Challenge 100. Todd Cousins will come home second. Third to David Payton. Brett Hahn is fourth. Fifth spot to Andrew Payne. Stephen Hoffman, Scott Negis, Eric Hahn, Braxton Deweese, and Tim Rogers rounding out your top 10. And that is going to do it for racing action from the Five Flag Speedway for tonight. Again, tomorrow's coverage will start at 11:45 Eastern for the Snowball Derby as Richie Murray, the winner of the Sunoco Challenge, burns it down. Todd Cousins will come home in second. Third spot to David Payton. We will find out if we can catch up with our race winner here in just a quick moment. While we do that, we're going to step aside and we'll pay some more bills. We'll be right back with the post-race show brought to you by the American Sim Racing Club.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
All right, welcome back here to the Five Flag Speedway as we have caught up with the man that led all 100 laps here tonight, making it look somewhat easy, the driver of the number 8 of Richie Murray. And Richie, you had a stout piece here. You had to come through that last chance qualifier. You're going to be starting a little bit deeper tomorrow for the 300-lap Snowball Derby. But what did you learn tonight that you can take into tomorrow's big race?
Oh yeah, fantastic learning. Having both a 50-lap run and a 100-lap one, I got to use 2 different driving styles to see what the car did in each one. The 50-lapper, like I was able to take off a lot quicker and use up a lot more tires. See what that did. Doing that, like it used up the right front a lot more. So this is going to be a heavy right front saving race. All the cars are going to get tight. Turn 4 especially is going to be hard to get through. If everyone starts getting tight, that turn 4 is going to be a problem area. And with the 100-lapper, I was able to really save my stuff a lot more and really not lose too much time doing that. Even with Axum behind me, he wasn't really able to find any grooves around me. So before he made his own mistakes and took himself out, and really that's all I got. A lot of right front saving and keep a piece at the end.
And tomorrow afternoon, we're going to start, I believe, under the daylight conditions. So how much of that translates. I know you guys qualified. You had a good bit of practice, and what I assume is going to be what we're going to be racing with, or at least starting to race out tomorrow. A lot of notes. Other than taking care of that right front, what else you got to do to maybe get up there and be the winner of the Snowball Derby tomorrow?
So the difference with going to be a hot track is the hot tracks with the new iRacing update, the groove might move around. The bottom is going to get really slick after a while, especially in a 300-lap race. That is going to get a lot of rubber built up on it, and the top groove might actually become a factor, especially with the cars being tight. The top groove will, I mark my words, it will become a factor at some point in this race. It might take a while after a very long green flag run, but it will become a factor.
Well, we look forward to that race tomorrow, but tonight it's all about you. You're going to pick up the Sunoco Challenge. Going to pocket a little bit of extra money thanks to our friends at Sunoco, the hometown Sunoco there in Cutlerville. So thank them for that, and gives you a little bit of momentum headed into tomorrow's long race. But tonight it was all about you, and we're going to roll out the red carpet. Who makes it all possible on this beautifully looking number 8? I love it how it looks. Who makes it all possible for you?
Yeah, I'll sponsor Chucker Auto Parts, Helger South Coast Power Equipment, Supreme Marketing, Built Right Homes, Sousa Media, T4X Chassis, and that's about it.
Well, congratulations on the win here. We look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's race. We'll see you bright and early here at the Five Flags Speedway. I hope you get a good night's sleep and get to work on this car to get it ready for tomorrow.
Thank you. All right, hopefully I'll see you then too.
Here you go. Tonight's Sunoco Challenge winner, that is Richie Murray, picking up the win here tonight as he moves into there. It looks like everyone else already back to their hauler, ready to do some action on their race cars to get ready for tomorrow's Snowball Derby. So with that being said, let's take a look at your Sunoco Challenge rundown. It was Richie Murray picking up the win over Todd Cousins, David Payton in third, Brett Hahn and Andrew Payne rounding out your top 5. Steve Hoffman 6th, Scott Nietzsche 7th, Eric Hahn, Braxton DeWeese and Tim Rogers rounding out the top 10. Jacob Daniels will come home 11th, Zach Coyer 12th, Lewis Flowers 13th, Cody Green, Devin McDonald in 15th. Noah Boucher will come home 16th, Thomas Axum 17th, Hayden Swank, who will start on the pole for tomorrow's main event, will come home in 18th. And rounding out your field, Mark Welch, Alex Coffey, and Jackson Lewis. All these drivers will be in action here tomorrow afternoon for the Snowball Derby here for the American Sim Racing Club, and we can't do it without all of you tuning in here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Myself and Kelly Dahl will bring you to action for tomorrow's Snowball Derby. But until then, we will see you guys all not next week, tomorrow, as it was the number 8 of Richie Murray picking up the Sunoco Challenge. Hayden Swank, your pole sitter for the Snowball Derby. Everybody, you guys have a great night. We will see you right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network tomorrow for the Snowball Derby. Good night, everybody.